test my
Josh, one of the things you forgot to mention when you were talking about people coming in,
Yes.
um, we already know from the previews that Philion and Hawk Girl are in Peacemaker season 2 because
Yes.
we've seen it.
Yep.
Yes.
So,
And who was that's a spoiler. Do we spoil it, Andy?
We're a week past opening. It's Andy's own fault.
yeah,
Look, half the people, honestly, I don't even recognize the character names because I might have missed it in the past.
Okay.
So I'm not trust. I literally just said that to Ellen. I was like, you guys are talking about stuff that I might have just went over my head at some point. So
Yeah, you can't
you
see
know,
you can't see John Cena.
Yeah.
I mean, what
Yeah.
do you mean? I know Peacemaker's coming out,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's not a spoiler to me. I mean,
Yeah.
Sean Gunn is in Peacemaker as Maxwell Lord, so we know that's carrying over.
And we talked about this being made for kids and not necessarily being made for people who are you know in the deeply immersed in it. But you gotta know to know who Maxwell Lord is, right?
Yes.
You
Yes.
gotta know. And so what a great you throw Max Lord in there, I'm getting excited,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, you had Luther Corp, you had Lord Tech, you had all that stuff showing up in the film, and I think it was great.
Well, what even excited me more was Big Belly Burger and
Yeah.
Jitters
and Chacos, Martian Manhunter's favorite cookie.
You know what got me a little, again, going into this, I feel like I need to see it again to pay attention to the plot because I had heard ahead of time there's a ton of Easter eggs.
Yes.
I'm a huge DC Comics fan. So one of the Easter eggs I did catch is when Lois and Mr. Terrific are getting ready to go try to find what happened to Clark slash Superman. Her license plate is Delaware, which I thought was hilarious because I think it was back in the 70s, DC came out with a map that said Metropolis is located in Delaware.
Yep.
So I was like, that was kind of cool.
Yes.
yeah. Looking at
And we'll get to
at
that
all that.
mural later on. I'm assuming the Hall of Justice mural in the Hall of Justice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Looking at a lot of the Easter eggs, if you notice when they're evacuating the city, one of the signs says Gotham City next left.
Yep.
When they're arresting Superman, when he turned himself in, the street name was Wade Street.
Yep.
So that was definitely a shout out to Mark Wade.
Did he do Secret Origin Superman or Birthright, Mark Wade? I'm trying to remember which Busiek did and what Wade did. What was the Wade miniseries? Was that Birthright?
I think it was Birthright, but
It was Birthright.
I was
Yes.
trying to think why Wade Street was there. I know he did one of those miniseries. I couldn't remember which one it was though that he had done.
Hey,
And
Isn't he working on
just
World's Finest now too?
That's what I was going to say. It may have been for World's Finest.
Yeah.
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 that scene from where the boy held up the flag.
Yes.
Do
Oh
you
my
think
God.
Do you think that was James Gunn like demonstrating like just having some symbolism in there for what's going on today, like in the Middle East?
Or even the Ukraine. I could see it going either way, personally.
obviously, but you got to remember that those scenes were filmed and cut last year.
Yes.
12, 18 months.
Okay.
Some of those. So Gunn may be not the procrastinator. What the future teller?
The prognosticator, dude.
Yes.
Yes.
Fortune teller.
But there's a lot in this that I gotta say I just love because it's comic booky.
Yes.
So there are great one-line, hysterically set up visual jokes,
Yes.
right? That you don't get in Justice League or Man of Steel. You don't get the garage door opening so slow. You don't get saving a squirrel. You don't get, oh, they got it handled. It just felt to me watching this film, and I'm gonna, not hold back. It felt like I was reading a comic book.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I loved it, right? It wasn't like I was watching necessarily Mission Impossible type of crazy, explosions and fights and stuff. It was funny.
Yes, it
It
was.
was, but it was also, tear jerking. There were people that I loved and people I hated. And
Yeah.
not that I hated the role, they made me hate them.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor made me hate him.
Yep. And with Lex Luthor, you wonder how much Nicholas Hoult took from the fact that he actually auditioned for Superman and got the Lex Luthor role. Do you channel that into the character?
Well, look at his filmography. He is an amazing actor, right?
Yep.
He is done so much, and I love Clark Kent Superman, right? But you have Goofy Clark, strong stoic Superman. In this one, we got a little bit of Superman showing humanity, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't all hard
Yeah.
edge. I mean, I'm going to go kick down a door and find my freaking dog, right?
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
but Luther just, man, I'm just like, you are a rich prick, right? I didn't need to know his backstory. He wasn't trying to be friends with a young Clark. He is just like, I should be number one to this guy, right?
Felt like
Yeah.
a Silver Age Luther to me. He's sort of a evil scientist type Luther because he's dabbling in science and things like that. Where the other Superman, the other Lex Luthors in other movies always seem like they're businessmen. But this one, it was a nice throwback to the old school Lex Luthor from the Silver Age, where I'll get you with my zap gun or cancer gun, whatever he's going to shoot him with, things like that.
And
Does he
I
do it?
think that if you didn't have that campiness, you wouldn't have the Gaiju, you wouldn't have the interdimensional sprite, you wouldn't be able to have Metamorpho.
Yep.
I mean, the T-Spears were, I mean,
I appreciate it.
I know that when things work, you stick with them. I love that fight, but it was Yondu.
Yeah, it was. Andy, what were you going to say?
So does he do a good enough job that you get past the fact that he was Beast in X-Men?
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't.
Because I mean, again, no expectations, but right now that's all I see through the previews. Because I'm going, you got to sell this guy to make it. He's got to, because again, my Lex Luthor would be, Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
I don't. If I picture anybody, that it's him.
Well,
So I watched the movie Tolkien, where the guy that plays Lex plays J.R.R. Tolkien, and it was a Legion M film 5 years ago, the night before, right? Just because I'm like, I know this guy from this. I haven't watched Tolkien in a while. I put it on. I did not know it was him 5 seconds into his portrayal of Lex.
Yeah.
So same
good.
with being Hank McCoy, same with being whatever that Russian show is that my kid and wife watch.
Thunderbolts.
Actually, yeah, Renfield too. I mean, he's amazing.
Well, yeah, it's Renfield, but I mean, and he's in that one show, isn't it like a?
Oh, I forgot.
bizarre-
Yeah, Renfield was great. Yeah, I forgot about that. He did do a good job.
Yeah. So, yeah, he was Lex Luthor, not the actor.
yes.
Like that problem I had with Beck Bennett. He was just Beck Bennett. He wasn't a
Yeah.
character. Yeah.
Right.
Now I will tell you a couple of quotes. Daniel couldn't be here with us tonight, but we kind of hit on this. He sent us a message after he saw it, and he said, "You know what? I walked into the movie and I felt like I was dropped into season 3, episode 17 of an ongoing series, but it worked." And it really does. You're dropped into an already created world, and you didn't need all that backstory. Potsy sent me a message. He wanted to be with us tonight, but he wasn't at home. He said, if anything, he said, my only complaint is they never called Crypto a good boy.
Well,
Okay,
was
so-
he? Because we all saw how he acted.
I feel like
Well, Sean Gunn's character in Guardians never called Cosmo a good dog in the last Guardians movie.
No,
That's true.
He called me bad dog. You called me good dog. No,
Yes.
no.
Let's talk about the dog's owner.
Didn't he say stop petting me or something like that at one point?
Yes. The dog's owner. So Andy, have you read Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow?
No, that's the one that just came out, right?
Yes, the Tom King.
Yeah, I'm not happy that I didn't get my number one. So no, I have not.
Yeah, Supergirl is dealing with a whole lot of stuff in that book. And so she's going off and she's hitting red planets or planets with red suns because superheroes' metabolism doesn't work there. So she can get drunk.
Yep.
And she can deal with her pain and her frustration and everything through that. Seeing Supergirl pop up in this film felt natural. It didn't feel like a cameo. It didn't feel like, oh, look, here's Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury at the end of Iron Man. Let's put this in here for this little blurb real quick. It felt like part of the film.
I expected her to. I mean, again, I haven't seen it. I expected her to be in it because, well, especially like if you just put yourself as an outsider looking into a comic book shop, comic books always hype up movies around their shop.
Yeah.
So especially with what's releasing, when it's releasing, and how it's releasing. So the fact that that came out and it was just, I mean, fire. Honestly, I was like, she's got to be in here.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
not surprised.
when you cast, go ahead and cast. She's the only other major superhero outside of the ones we knew were going to be in Superman. When you cast them as early as you do, there's got to be a reason why you went ahead and cast her. And now we know the reason why she was cast. And I'll go on record.
Red Sun Supergirl is real life Tara Reid.
Yes, she is.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
It is. It is. But I think the casting for that is brilliant. If you've not seen House of Dragon, you should watch it. She's amazing in that. Sirens on Netflix, I believe. She's amazing in that. I feel like she's going to bring a lot of character to that character just because of her acting chops. And I was very excited to see her. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie, actually. Just to see that little short cameo of her. So,
all right.
Yeah, let's talk about the Fortress.
The Fortress, yes. The Fortress was amazing, well built. I like the robots. I'm really glad you did that. Were you shocked when you saw Jor-El?
That he's Bradley Cooper, or just he's Jor-El?
I was shocked. I was shocked when I realized it was Bradley Cooper after a couple beats.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I did not know going in.
Yeah, I feel like that was a good surprise. Now the controversy right now is the way that Jor-El and Laura were portrayed in the film. It's a big change to Superman's origin.
Mm-hmm.
Does it hurt? I don't feel like it hurts the movie, but it gives Jonathan Kent a Uncle Ben moment. It gave him an Uncle Ben moment there with his quote about choice of actions. But I it's a surprising change to the origin by the way they did that.
Yeah.
But I think it made it a better choice, and it really made Superman who he is, knowing that, hey, you are who you are because of yourself, not because of where you came from.
Right.
I don't read manga and I don't read anime. Well, I take it back. I read some. Now I've seen some anime.
Yeah.
But I've heard people online saying that they thought that was Goku. Does anybody else know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Dragon Ball.
So.
Follow Jor-El, they basically went that way with that character, or
I've not read Dragon Ball, so I wouldn't know. But I know.
Dragon Ball. You say I wouldn't even from Dragon Ball. I'm old, Josh.
No, they're referring to that Goku was sent to conquer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And knew it, and then found humanity instead of the way this is portrayed.
Yeah, but I feel like there's been so many different origins in the DC comics. I mean,
Well,
they brought Jor-El back at one point when Dr. Manhattan, I think, blinked him back got him from Krypton. He became like a supervillain on Earth, it felt like, and he takes John Kent away with him to do this. I don't know. There's so many different
Horrible.
origins of that, I guess they're going to pick and choose what they want to pick and choose on. It was interesting, but
Yes.
it was.
I will put this out that is still not 100%. I don't care how many forensic analysts they said to make sure it wasn't fake.
It was super quick
I
to get
think-
those linguists to agree. It was very, but
No, I just think that there could still be residual future Luthor Superman movie
putting the monkeys
premise.
deep fakes.
Yeah, I agree. It could be something that, they're saying it's not fake, but then we come to find out it was.
Yeah, show me the list. Show me the list of his crimes.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question: have we seen the last of Brightburn from James Gunn?
He was talking about doing more, but he's so tied up right now with the DCU. I don't think he'll have time to do it.
I never heard of Brightburn until that movie came out, so I wanted to do some like deep diving into it. Like some people were saying, it's just basically a Superman story, but kind of just the dark side. I don't know if they're even going to like try to tie that within what they're doing or not. But
it's because Superman went bad if he actually used his powers for evil. It was an interesting movie. It's a dark movie, but it's very poor. Who was it? Elizabeth Banks. Poor Elizabeth Banks in that movie. So-